In this short video, we're going to sit down and show you how to run a chi-squared test for independence to see if one variable leads to an increased result of the other variable. As you can see, we're on section 10.2 homework for this particular example. It says the table below includes results from a polygraph or a lie detector experiment. In each case, we don't know. You can pause if you want to read it. I'm going to pull up the table. So here's my information on the table. Polygraph test subject indicated the subject lied, but they didn't, or they did. And the polygraph test indicated the subject did not lie, and they didn't, or they did. So like true positives, true negatives, false negatives type thing. So of course, here's our little StatCrunch symbol. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to open it up in StatCrunch. And so now I have my data here, and I need to run a test for independence. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to Stat. We're going to come down to Tables, Contingency. Let me pull it out this way a little bit. So Stat, Tables, Contingency with a summary, because we have summarized our data. We've already figured out who goes where. So I'm going to basically take, and I'm going to want these two columns. I want did not lie or they lied. The row labels, okay, would be whatever's in this first column. It's got a little dash there, so that's a little dash. Column labels, I don't need to do that. I could display the percentages. I could display the total amount, the expected count, and all that stuff. That's if you want to add it. I'm going to run the chi-squared test for independence, and I'm going to go ahead and hit compute. So now what ended up happening is we had some numbers get all kicked out here, and let's tell you what these basically mean. There were 59 total people. The polygraph indicated that they lied. Were 59 total people, because 18 plus 41 is 59. The polygraph said 28 people indicated they did not lie. 14 adds up to 28. Now, of the did not lie people, 18 fell under the polygraph indicated that they lied, but they didn't. 14 fell under the polygraph indicated no lie, and they didn't lie. So 32 people did not lie, and 55 people did. So 87 total people participated in this little experiment. When we run our chi-squared test, you come up with your value right here, and that's your chi-squared value. So the 3.102 is what you see here with the 3.102. As for the p-value, you can see the 7.0782 matches up with the 0.0782. Now we're looking at a significance level of 5%, an alpha 5%, okay? So our p-value comes out to be about 7%. Our significance level is 5%. So since there's a gap between my p-value and when it hits the significance level, that means there's not enough evidence to reject the HO. Because the HO, you only reject it if your p-value is less than your significance, because that's the way that the p-value works. So again, here's how we did this. We took our StatCrunch. It opened it up in StatCrunch here for us. I'm going to widen this up for us. We go to Stat, Tables, Contingency with Summary. Once I click on that, I choose my columns that I want to use. My label for my rows is the little dash, because that's just what was imported. I make sure I'm on the chi-squared test for independence. I hit compute. I got my value and my p-value, and that is what I use. So as you go through a whole collection of these problems, I could go say, for example, this problem, the table is already presented for you. So it's like, is there a difference? Does where someone live, in urban or suburban, make a difference in their reading, math, and science scores? So I can open in StatCrunch. Once it pops up in StatCrunch, I can come to Stat, Tables, Contingency with Summary. I can choose my 3 columns that I want. My label is going to be my location. Chi-squared test for independence. I hit compute, and right here I get the 0.344, which is what you can see over here. And then I can make my decision based on that particular value. So that's just a short little video on how to run a chi-squared test for independence using StatCrunch.